Two elderly people assaulted, stabbed, one murdered in broad daylight in South Africa. And more whataboutism from vile black supremacist racists who address this murder on social media as if, what about this? What about that? And white leftists who say, don't you cry when black people are murdered? I don't know any white people that sit around and express vile comments about the murder of black South Africans. It only seems to be the other direction, coming from political activists. 82-year-old Henny Muller was stabbed multiple times while he lay in bed, and his 72-year-old wife, Debbie, was also seriously injured in yet another attack on minority white South Africans, this time in quiet Upington in the Northern Cape. The cowardly murder of vulnerable elderly white South Africans is escalating, folks, along with the vile racist whataboutism rhetoric that accompanies the sparse coverage of these horrific crimes, often that go unreported. Funny how CNN just did a documentary about white genocide, and they ignore the horrific crimes, and they went and talked to multimillionaires and billionaires, not average, everyday, working stiffs or poor South Africans. Now, the Mullers were attacked at 7 a.m. on Saturday morning, the 15th of November, 2025, at their home in Oosterville complex in Upington, Northern Cape Province. According to police reports, the attacker broke into the residence, stabbed Henny, 82 years old, multiple times while he was lying in bed, which caused his death, and seriously injured his wife, Debbie, who was 72. He was later hospitalized for treatment. The attacker then fled the house, but before he left, he set it on fire. Now, while I don't know Meneer Muller or his wife, I was recently in their neighborhood, just meters from where Henny was cruelly assaulted and murdered in his own home. This time, we have no reports of theft, no home invasion, no robbery, not even a single report outside of a news report in Afrikaans language Netwerk 24 to even acknowledge that this attack occurred. Yet another white South African murdered. And as all too frequently is the norm, the cowards attacked the most vulnerable in society, the elderly. The senseless murder and arson are shocking and make little sense, unless one considers that it is encouraged by black supremacist political parties in South Africa who devalue human lives, especially white ones, simply for their own political gain. This twisted, sick nonsense needs to stop. Now, of course, this video will be attacked by racist, black supremacist, and white leftist liberals who say, where are your tears and crocodile tears for other South Africans? Well, I express them all the time, and they'll be selective in their hearing. I'm one of the few journalists who actually reported the death of a black Free State cattle farmer shot in the head by assailants in a farm attack. I'm almost the only independent journalist on the planet who reported the murder of a 4-month pregnant Indian woman on the Ayub farm. And the list goes on and on and on. So put your crocodile tear lies away. All life is valuable. And the devaluation of it by politicians in South Africa and the denial of this by South Africa's leaders in front of the world is a disgrace. Mr. Muller, 82 years old. Can you imagine that? You live 82 years on this planet only to be awakened by some scumbag stabbing you to death in your bed at 7 o'clock in the morning and then setting his house on fire. Apparently neighbors in the complex heard or saw the smoke and called for help. But it was too late for Mr. Muller. Another white minority victim of crime in South Africa. The world must know. The world must know.